Going on, family? We back with another video. Today we're gonna be talking about inaccurate accounts. So, cause I provided you, I provided y'all with the template. So when you send off these letters, you want to put the account. You want to put the inaccurate account inside the template so they know what you're disputing. So, for example, if you got a discover account, this how it should look. You want to have the bank name, the institution name, or the collection name, or the student loan name, or the repossession name. You want to have the account name, the account number, and you want to state what's inaccurate about the account. So, for example, if the date it was open, if it's saying it was open on the 6th on TransUnion, and if it's saying it was open on the 7th on Equifax, and if it's saying it was open on the 8th on Experian, that's inaccurate information. You know what I mean? So it's like that's enough to get that account removed, because at all times your report's supposed to be accurate. That's not accurate because you know when the date was, you know when the account was open, if you can remember, and you know it wasn't open on the 6th, you know it was open on the 7th, you know it was open, you know it wasn't open on the 8th. So that's inaccurate information. That's grounds for deletion. So you want to state that. You want to state the account, state the account name. Y'all state the account name, state the account number, and state that what's wrong with the account. All you have to state, like, listen, follow this. You say high balance on TransUnion. Like, I ain't gonna read it because that's a lot, but even like if the balance is wrong, the Experian might say this balance, Equifax might say this balance, but on TransUnion might say this balance. So that's inaccurate information because we know I owe 10,000, but they reporting you owe 1,000, or they reporting you owe 20,000. So that's inaccurate information. So with your accounts, you always want to state that, like, go for account for account. Put the first account right here, then go and put the second account, then the third account. Only put up like the 7 accounts. You don't want to put too many accounts. And if you got to create another dispute letter, then create another one. But you want to put what's wrong with the account. Hey, I reviewed my credit report on this Experian reporting this. It was open on this date. On TransUnion reporting open on this date. No, Equifax reporting open on this date. Or this balance reporting this. TransUnion reporting this. Or Equifax is reporting this. This is inaccurate information. This account needs to be removed immediately. That's literally, like, you don't gotta say too much. You don't gotta dress the words up. Like, you don't gotta do all that. Just state what's wrong with the account based off what you see. If the account date wrong, state that. If the account balance wrong, is reported different on other credit reports or credit bureaus, state that. Even the date, if it's reporting different on other credit bureaus, state that. If the account is closed and it's reporting that it's open, that's inaccurate because they're supposed to update your consumer report and state that it's closed. But if it's reporting that it's open, then that makes it inaccurate. So that's grounds for deletions. Your account number, it's supposed to be showing the whole account number. Anytime it's showing five numbers, and the rest on the 0, that's grounds for deletion because they're supposed to be showing the whole account number. So you want to state, hey, up on review of my consumer report, I see that my account number is reporting half of the numbers only showing. This is inaccurate information because I'm a consumer and I know that my account number is supposed to be showing the whole account number. This is not my account number. So you know what I'm saying? Sometimes the account number will be different on other credit bureaus too. So it put on each credit bureau, Experian, TransUnion, Equifax, the number's supposed to be the same at all times. So that's grounds for deletion. I use that method and I got a lot of accounts removed. That's a method a lot of people don't know about. The account number is supposed to be the same on each credit bureau. And if the account number is not showing, like if it's not showing fully, that's grounds for deletion because that's not your number. 000. What the rest of the number at? That's not your number. My number is 5555555, not 555000. They don't want to show the rest of the number. No, my fully the number supposed to be fully disclosed to you. And if it's not, that's the grounds for deletion. So always remember, look for the balance, the date it was open, if the status of the account, if it was closed and it's still reporting open, that's grounds for deletion. If the date is inaccurate and it's reporting different on each credit bureau, that's grounds for deletion. If the account number is not fully disclosed, if not showing the full account number, that's grounds for deletion. You want to state that what's wrong with the account. You want to just put that in the template, edit the template and put it in there. So, and I'm gonna show you a few laws. So yeah, this is for example. You want to use this as an example of how you edit the template. How you want to put it. You want to put the bank name, or the collection name, You put the account number. You want to clearly state, like say, high balance on TransUnion 11,000, and I can't really see the other one why they pull up, but it's basically all the statements that is reporting different on each credit bureau, and this what made the account inaccurate. So that's grounds for deletion. And I promise you, they're gonna remove the account. Sometimes they give you a hard time. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's why I gave you 3 rounds. So that's why I gave you 3 letters. So you go 3 rounds, because if they don't remove it on the first round, then you want to ask them, because they gonna say, like, for example, they might say verified. How do y'all verify this account? They must provide you with documents. They must provide you with the investigation they took, the investigation they did to make this account verified, make this account accurate. So if they can't provide you with these documentations, then they got no choice but to remove the account. Sometimes they give you a hard time, to be honest with you. But by you sending it out through mail and sending them a complaint through the CLPB, you're building up your case. So just in case you do have to sue, sometimes it don't take that, but just in case they do come back, then you got a whole case. You tried to fix it with the creditors. You tried to fix it with the credit bureaus. You got proof. You know what I'm saying? So always keep your letters. Always keep your agreement term sheet. So I'm finna show you right here. I'm finna go to the law where it states what it's 14. I'm trying to get it law for you. 16. So pulling up a law 15 USC 1681 A1A. And basically when you send out a dispute letter, this is the this what they supposed to do. You send out a dispute letter stating you have inaccurate information on your consumer report. This is the steps they're supposed to take. And sometimes they don't take this. This is a violation of your rights. So it's a in general, you know, you gotta say in general, subject to subsection F, and except as provided in subsection G. It say if the consumer, if the completeness or accuracy of an item of information contained, it say if the completeness or accuracy of any item of information contained in a consumer file at a consumer point agency is disputed by the consumer, you the consumer, and the consumer notifies the agent directly or indirectly through a reseller of such dispute, the agency shall free of charge. It don't cost nothing. They don't charge you to investigate the matter that you present to them. Charge, conduct a reasonable reinvestigation to determine whether the disputed information is inaccurate. Why do you think they say reinvestigation? Because if you find an account on your consumer report that's inaccurate, that means before they put that item on your consumer report, it was already inaccurate. Think about it, because if you got to reinvest, because before they furnish information on your consumer report, they must make sure that's accurate information. They can't just furnish something on there and it could be inaccurate. So if they furnish it on there, it was already accurate. It was already inaccurate from the get go. So that's a violation right there, because you can't furnish nothing on my consumer report that's inaccurate. It must be accurate, and they failed to conduct a reasonable investigation to make sure this item that was getting furnished was accurate. So that's why I say they reinvestigating it, because basically they saying that they already did an investigation, but now you stating that it's inaccurate, and then they find out it's inaccurate, then that means it's been inaccurate. So it's like you gotta see what it's saying. You gotta understand what it's deep. It's a the consumer notifies the agent directly or indirectly through a reseller of such dispute. The agency shall free of charge conduct a reasonable reinvestigation to determine whether the disputed information is inaccurate, and record the current status of the dispute information, or delete the item from the file in accordance with the paragraph 5 before the end of the 30-day period beginning on the date on which the agency receives the notice of the dispute from the consumer or reseller. So basically, when you notify the agency, the consumer report agency, that this account is inaccurate, they must conduct a reinvestigation. And they have 30 days to conduct this investigation, not counting the weekends. So sometimes if you count the weekends, it's gonna take longer than 30 days. But if you don't, you got 30 days to respond to your dispute letter. If they don't respond within 30 days, they gotta delete the account off rip. But when you sending out these dispute letters, you want to send a CLPB. And when you send out these dispute letters through mail, I would send a certified mail, a green return receipt. I wish I could have some green return receipts so I can show y'all what is a green return receipt. So I can't. I always send them out. Anytime you send out a letter, send a certified mail, a green return receipt, so you can track. Because sometimes they'll be like, "Oh, we ain't get the letter." Y'all got the letter because I have. Yeah, I got it because this green return receipt shows me that y'all got it, but y'all want to play Rockhead games and say y'all don't got it. But I caught y'all last because I got the green return receipt. That's why you always keep them. But when you go to the post office, just ask for they tell you want to send a certified mail green return receipt. What's name so I can show y'all. I had a lot of them, but I don't know why I put them there. So yeah, so back to what I was saying. When you send out the dispute letters, send them through the mail, but send a CLPV at the same time. You can if you got a fax number, you can send them disputes. So you can send it 3 ways, but send all of them out though, through mail, through fax, and through the CLPV. So sometimes you don't even got to go for round two. Sometimes they remove it off the first round, but if they want to play, that's why I provided you with a round two letter. You know what I mean? You don't got to do nothing. All you got to do with the letter is edit it. You put the accounts put the accounts in the letter that's inaccurate, so they can know what you're talking about, so they can know what you're disputing. So yeah, so they must conduct a reinvestigation, and that's a 30-day process. And they must put, like they say, oh, these accounts is accurate, or these accounts have been verified. You must send out that round two. You know what I'm saying? So boom. If we go to 15 USC 1681 I-5A. So yeah, so if they don't remove it off the first round, you want to get the second round letter, put the same accounts that you dispute and dispute again, send it to the CFPB, and you want to send it through fax too. So send it out 3 ways all at one time. So right here, this speaks about procedures in case of disputed inaccuracy. I'm tripping. I just did this one. I just did. Oh no, I know why. So you go down to 5/1681 IA 15 USC 1681 IA1A. But if you go all the way down to 5, the 15 USC 1681 I5A, it speaks about, it say in general, if after any reinvestigation under paragraph 1. So once they do the reinvestigation, this is what it speaks about. This is what they must do. If after any reinvestigation under paragraph 1 of any information disputed by the consumer, any item of the information is found to be inaccurate or incomplete or cannot be verified, the consumer report agency shall promptly delete the item from information from the file of the consumer or modify the item of information as appropriate based on the results of the reinvestigation. So either they can delete it or modify it, but if it's inaccurate, they must delete it. So it say promptly notify the furnisher of the information that the information has been modified or deleted from the file of the consumer. So once they do the reinvestigation, they find out that the item is incomplete, inaccurate, or cannot be verified, they must remove it from the consumer report. That's why you must freeze the secondary credit bureaus, because They not going to the furniture and asking them to verify this information. They going to the LexisNexis, Sage Screen, Innovis, AR, got other name, but they going to these companies that hold your information on the back end, and they going to verify it through them. That's why you want to freeze them, so that can increases your chances of getting it removed, because they're not going to the furniture to verify this information, because the furniture don't. If the furniture don't respond back within 30 days, and most of the time they don't, they remove it. Most of the time, and I'll be honest with you, most of the time the furniture do not respond back within them 30 days. So that's why they go. That's why they go to these secondary credit bureaus and get and verify your information, because they ain't got to. They ain't got to go through the furniture, because they know the furniture don't respond. So they got no choice but to remove the account. So if they say the information was verified, you want to ask them, what was your method of verification? Show me how you verified this accounts. What steps did you take? What was the investigation like? They must provide that documentation. They must show you how they did that reinvestigation. They must show you what proof they have to verify this account. It ain't no just verified. That's it. No, and don't. I understand if you don't get moved on second round. I mean, the first round. Don't think it's impossible, because it's still possible. It's just you can't give up. You can't stop fighting, because credit repair is not easy. A lot of people say, "Oh, you get this moving, man, bro." And if they are doing that, they're doing it in a way where it can get you in trouble. Trust me, I don't want to speak on that, but I always remember it's not easy, but you're gonna get the result. Long as you don't give up, they gonna give you the results. And like I say, you keeping a paper trail, so just in case they do like continue to play, we're gonna sue them. We're gonna get the bag. They're gonna give you a bag, and they're gonna give you that deletion. So that's so you have to went over that. So another law from the go over, you know what I'm saying? 15 USC 16. So by them not like removing that account on the first round or second round, they violating your right. So you go to 15 USC 1681 and civil liability for willfully non-compliance, because you telling them literally that this account is inaccurate, and they fell into and they not doing what they're supposed to do, and that's delete the account. So they willfully non-compliance, because and the plus they're not providing that documentation to show you how they verified the account or show you how this account is accurate. So it's like now they liable $1,000, and it's more money when I ain't gonna go to all that, but it's more. But they liable now, and right here they say any person who willfully fails to comply with any requirements imposed under this subchapter with respect to any consumer is liable to consume an amount equal to the sum of any actual damage sustained by the consumer as a result of the failure or damages of not less than 100 and not more than 1,000. So you putting these on credit repair agency on notice. You let them know that this account is inaccurate. If they continue to verify the account, they continue to not provide that documentation, they continue to not show you what steps they took to verify this account, then that's you building up your case, and you showing like you got the proof that you got the proof that you sent out this letter, and they probably back verify. Or you sent out the second round, they probably back, they verified it some type of way. You got proof, so when you do go and try to sue these consumer point agencies, you're gonna win, because you showed the court, you got proof to show you that you tried to fix this matter before before you before you took this route, and that's I mean by suing and going arbitration. So understand. So understand this. How this is the process you want to follow. Remember, put the account in the letter so they can know what account you're talking about. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I never had to sue a consumer point agency, but sometimes it comes to that. But I never had to. Most of my clients, I got them accounts removed using the CLPB. Sometimes I don't even send out letters. Sometimes, but I'm telling you to send out letters is because you want to keep a paper trail just in case you have to take that route. But I'm be honest with you, most of the time it take 2 rounds to get accounts moved. Be honest with you, most of the time I do, but I experienced in the past a lot of accounts being removed within the first round, because that's why you want to send that letter to the CLPB, because the CLPB Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, what they do is they enforce them to do that investigation. That's why you want to send a copy to them and send a copy to the TransUnion Eagle Fast Experience, what we're disputing at the time. So put the accounts. Make sure you put the Make sure when you display these accounts, make sure you, this why this main thing I'm gonna show y'all. Make sure you put the accounts. Find the inaccuracy. If the date ain't matching them all through bureaus, you want to get all your consumer reports. Go to Identity IQ is gonna show you. We're gonna show you every report side by side, like $39 a month, something like that. It's gonna show you every report side by side. And all you gotta do is look. We're gonna show you Experian. You're gonna see 12, 13, 14. That's inaccurate right there. It's gonna show you side by side. If you don't want to get Identity IQ, go to Experian.com. It's gonna show you each report. It ain't gonna be side by side, but it's gonna be, you're gonna be able to go back and forth and look at it. And you're gonna be able to see, okay, that ain't accurate right now. It's reporting that was open on this date, and on this one it's reporting that's open on a different date. That's inaccurate. Okay, I know I gotta, you know, so I'm gonna do what he say. Type it out like that. That's what make it inaccurate. Or you might see the balance. I see the balance say this, but on here it say this balance. On this one say a different balance. That's inaccurate. Or the count number. So it's like, find your inaccuracy. And even if you don't see inaccuracy, just put the count on those. Just put whatever, like for example, if it's Discover, just put the count name, put the count number, and say this count is inaccuracy, and they gonna and make them verify. Make them verify the count. And if they can't verify the account, then then how can you say this count is accurate if you can't verify? Cause that's basically you saying the count is inaccurate. If you can't verify, then that means why is you reporting this account? What make you think this account is accurate if you can't provide me that documentation? So make sure you get your letters. Make sure make sure you follow these steps when you put in the accounts on the letters. And what else? What else I want to go over? I always remember to send a certified mail agreement return receipt. Send a copy to the CLPB. Also, always keep a copy of your letter, the letter that you sent out. You know, always put the agreement return receipt and always put them in the place where you're gonna be able to find them at in the future, just in case you gotta sue them. What else? Oh yeah, and if you don't have like, if you low on funds, you need your credit report for free. Go to inyourcreditreport.com. But they're not gonna let you keep going back and forth. So if you're trying to look and see the inaccuracy I was speaking on, you got to write it down as you on the report. You can't go to the next report and try to go back because it's not gonna let you. And I'm gonna go to the credit monitor service I'm talking about. So Identity IQ. So this is one of them right here. IdentityIQ.com. This is a credit monitor service. We can be access to all three of your consumer reports, and they can be side by side. And the reason why I'm saying side by side, because so you can see the inaccuracy. You can see the balance. You can see the balances that's reporting on all three of them. You see that it says it's reporting this, and you can see it says reporting this, and you see it says reporting this, and that's inaccurate. That's what makes it inaccurate because the balances are different. So this Identity IQ, Experian. I'm getting hungry, bro. Hungry than a bit. I gotta go eat. This is Experian credit mentor membership, and it's annual. Where you get your report. This right, you get it for free on this. We're gonna be able to get it for free. Make sure you click the right link though. The 1,000 links gonna pop up. It's the right one right here. InYourCreditReport.com. So make sure you click the right link, like I say. But you make sure if you go on this one, it's not gonna let you go back and forth. It's gonna give you access to it one time. Give you access to it one time. Every week you get access to this report for free. So if you go to this report, make sure you If you when you get on the Experian, make sure you write down all the information because once you get off the Experian, you're gonna change you're gonna better go back. So that's basically it. You know, that's how you find inaccurate information in your consumer report. And like I said, you can use laws like 15 USC 1681B, that's permissible purpose. Anytime they furnish anything in your consumer report, they must have written consent from the consumer. So if they can't provide that permissible purpose documentation, then that make the account inaccurate. That's enough to get any account. I'm gonna be honest with you. But that's not what I'm teaching today. I'm teaching factual dispute where you find the inaccuracy information. 15 USC 1681B, that's consumer law. So I'm gonna make a video on that too. So just in case you want to learn about consumer law and learn how you can utilize consumer law to get things removed from your consumer report. But that's basically it for the day. If you have any questions, hit me up. I'm willing to go through that process. I'm willing to give you more information if you don't understand it. So go get the results. You deserve it. Put yourself in a position so you can win. This is your year. As long as you do the work that's required, you'll be in a great position this year. That's the man up. But that's really it for the day. It's not them disputes, man. Get them results so you can get that auto loan in the house. That's what it's all about, man. I hope this information was valuable. Hope y'all learned a lot. Now to go take action. Gone. God bless y'all.